Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Pig Pen. My name is Sean, this is UCM Pig's motovlog, and today we're not motovlogging, we're going to continue the LED upgrade on Newellahmay, my 2016 Ultra Classic in Vivid Black, and doing what I call embracing the electric glide. Now before we get started, let me remind you to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always on my channel, if you don't feel like typing words, just leave me an emoji. Let me know you were here. So like I said, I'm replacing all the incandescent bulbs and I'm getting rid of all these mismatched colored lenses. The red lenses, the amber lenses, and I'm going with smoked lenses where I can. We've already done the front. We've replaced the turn signals that were the amber running lights with the Custom Dynamics Pro Beam turn signals that run white and flash amber. They look really nice, give it a nice clean look on the front. So now we're moving toward the back of the bike, and I'm going to start with the tour pack, and we're going to do the tour pack bar and the side marker lights. Now I've done a little research on this, and I'm pretty much sold on the Custom Dynamics products. Like I said, I like my Pro Beam turn signals on the front, and I've really got my heart set on the Pro Beam tail light and fender tip light. So I was looking at the Pro Beam tour pack light bar. The problem is it's been on back order since July. I'm tired of waiting for it, to be honest with you. Second part of that is I'm not 100% if I really like the way it looks. You know, I would have bought it immediately if it was available, but now that I've sat and looked at it, I've looked at pictures, I actually got to see one on a bike. I kind of don't like the aesthetic of it. It appears it sticks out. I don't know if you can see it here. It sticks out from the tour pack and makes like a ledge. I don't really like that. So I was looking at other options, and there's really not a whole lot when it comes to aftermarket tour pack lights, especially if it's a smoked lens. Custom Dynamics, Advan Black are pretty much your big companies that make those. Of course, Harley-Davidson has a OEM version of the smoked lens to go on your bike, but when you're talking Harley-Davidson, Custom Dynamics, and Advan Black, which is the third point, you're going to fork out some coin. We're talking $300–400 for those light bars. So what I decided to do is go with one of the cheaper alternatives. There's a lot of different alternatives on Amazon and eBay. I found one on eBay. I like the way it looks, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it came in this box here, and it's just a standard cardboard box. It was wrapped in bubble wrap, no instructions, no hardware. I picked this up for $56 on eBay, like I said. The things I like about it is I like the way it looks. It pretty much looks like the stock one. The exception is it is a smoked lens, and it just has the standard LEDs in it. I've plugged it in. It's about as bright as my stock one. The stock one is LED as well. It is plug and play, so I don't have to cut. It does have just a plug placed there that the standard Harley-Davidson plug fits into. And it's pretty much like 6 or so screws and it's done. Hopefully the factory screws will fit into it. If not, we'll make a run to Home Depot. $56. We'll see where it goes. And again, I think I've said this before, I'm an adult. I reserve the right to change my mind. I may end up going with the Custom Dynamic one in the long run when it gets back in stock. We'll see. The other part is the side marker lights. On the side of the tour pack, you have these side marker lights. Again, they're just red lenses on the side of my bike. I don't like it, so I wanted to get a smoked lens side marker. So again, back to eBay and ordered this product. This one was about $38, set of 2, wrapped really nicely, as you can see here, kind of sandwiched in this foam. And you have these side marker lights, and I really like the way these look. These things are really smoked, if you can see that. From what I understand, looking at the pictures, it's not the little dot LEDs, it's a solid bar. We'll see when we plug it in. But I'm really super excited to see what these look like. Again, no instructions, no hardware, but plug and play, standard HD plug, should plug right in. Now, I have not tested these, but we'll see how it goes when we put them on the bike. So that's why I went with these products. I am going to go back to Custom Dynamics for the rest of this upgrade. I do like their products. I like the fact that they have a lifetime warranty. These do not, but you know, less than $100 and I've got my tour pack lighting done, and it won't be too crazy expensive or a big loss if I do decide to go to Custom Dynamics later. So let's get into this install. We'll see how easy this goes. We may speed it up a little bit, and I'm super excited to get this done, so let's get to it. All right, so the first thing we need to do is get all my crap out of this tour pack. Okay, so now that we have this all cleaned out, we're gonna have to remove the tour pack liner. In order to do that, we're gonna have to remove this retention thing. It's retractable. A couple screws here on the back side. We'll remove that, get that out of the way, and this liner should lift right out. All right, from here, we're going to disconnect the antenna, stock plug, and remove, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws to remove this light. All right. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna be doing an antenna relocation because I couldn't get that antenna out. I'll mess with it a little bit later. Let's just get this light on. So we've got the old one out. We're gonna go ahead and remove this plastic carefully and get this new one in place. Now, I have some masking tape here that I'm going to use to hold it till I can get the screws in. And that way we don't risk dropping this. Just to kind of loosely hold it in place till we at least get the screws started. All right, so I have the new light in place. I went ahead and started with these 2 screws. I don't have them all the way in. If you notice, I'm using a hand tool. I'm not using power tools because we don't want to strip anything. So we just want to look in there and make sure we got everything's lined up, because it is an aftermarket market product, and we know sometimes they can be off a little bit. So I'm not going to tighten it down until I have everything started. We're not going to bear down on these. It's plastic, so we're just going to snug them up and hand tight. Just make sure our gaps are closed around the light on the outside. And that's it. Now, what I'm going to do with this antenna and this ground wire is I'm just going to tuck them underneath this plate for right now until we get our antenna relocation kit. And the same with this ground wire for the CV, which I don't have a CV. We'll just tuck those away. We'll plug in the factory plug. And that's it. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so now we're gonna remove these side markers down here. Just a light that runs along here underneath the side of the tour pack that's on either side. To remove this, the screws are right here on top of the plate. A screw there, a screw there, a screw there, and a screw there for each side. So we're gonna start with this side. We'll remove these 2 screws, drop that light off, and put the new one in. All right, y'all, so the install stops right there. It's actually the next day, and it got pretty late, and I actually ran into a snag, and what it was the tour pack actually has to come unbolted to get to the plugs to these side marker lights here. So I went ahead and just made the decision to stop the camera because it's really a 2-person job. I didn't have 2 people, so a little bit of cussing and a whole lot of messing up. So just decided to turn the camera off and get it done. But it is still pretty simple if you have an additional person or the patients that do it. There's 4 bolts underneath here, and they go directly into that plate that was in the bottom of the tour pack. Maybe I'll put a picture in here. And right underneath that plate are the plugs for these side marker lights. And then again, you just plug them in. There's a grommet. That's why it wouldn't come out when you try to pull the connector through the hole. There's a grommet that blocks it. So you have to get in there and remove that grommet so you can make the connection, put the grommet back in place so it's watertight. So I went ahead and just did that, and fast forward to the day, to the finished product, and I'm very pleased with it. The only things I will say about it, there are some minor imperfections. A little bit of roughness here around the lens. I think I can smooth it out with some emery cloth, not a big deal, but other than that, I'm very pleased with the lighting. These side marker lights are super awesome. I really like them, and for $38, I mean, nice single bar. And actually, if you have a Custom Dynamics Pro Beam tour pack, you know, the Pro Beam has the tubular like LED, these would be a fantastic complement to those because it is a single bar light. So I know they don't offer a side marker light, so if you're looking for one to match your Custom Dynamics Pro Beam tour pack bar, this is a fantastic option. Again, everything will be linked in the description where I ordered it from off of eBay. So until we talk again, you guys be careful. You guys be safe. Always keep your shiny side up. We'll talk to you later.